So I have worked with a lot of distributors who have reached out and said, I just can't sell this product. This product is terrible. Nobody is interested in it. And I don't know what's going on. And the first thing I ask them is, okay, put me in your group and let me take a look around. I'll give you some coaching and advice. And then I'm going to leave your group because I just cannot be in 7,000 groups. It just is what it is. But what I also do is go out and look at their personal page and try to understand kind of where they might have some areas that are impacting their ability to reach people through social media. Because I think we can all tell by the supply and demand of our product that people are interested in the product. I mean, that is just unquestionable. I sell it hand over fist, to be completely honest with you. So I have people reach out to me that just know that I carry a lot of stock and want to come play with my makeup. They love this stuff. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you are having trouble selling, it is not because people don't want the product. But there are several things that people just kind of don't realize about their own social media presence if they're using social media to promote their product and to build a relationship and to try to work their business. So I will say right now that social media is my bag. Like, I'm good at that. It's my jam. I didn't really put any thought into building up my social media presence before I started this business. I just like using social media, and I use it in ways that have turned out to be very effective to promote my business. A lot of people don't use social media the same ways that I do, and I have found that there are things that you can do differently when you're using your social media that will help you in a business sense as well. So the first thing is for your group. Let's start with your personal profile, because I think that's important, and that's probably the most critical thing to using social media effectively. So if you're a person who posts a lot about your life and has a lot of friends on Facebook, and you interact a lot with your friends and you comment on their stuff and they feel personally invested in your life because they know you and they understand you and they like you and they like your posts and they look forward to your posts, then when you shift them into your group and you add all of your friends into your business group, you already have a lot of positive, like, goodwill, good vibes, and they're like, oh, I love Kristen. Well, if she is excited about this, I think that I'd like to take a look at it. And I had a lot of social media presence just built up. I have a lot of friends and followers. I use social media probably way too much. I comment on people's things. I engage in their life. They're engaged in mine. I respond to their comments. And so I have a lot of goodwill built up with people in my social media platform, which I primarily use Facebook. It's kind of just my deal. I just use it and I like it. And I'm trying the whole Instagram thing. I'm not great at that. I don't even know what Snapchat is except for cute filters. So I don't know anything about any of that. I pretty much just use Facebook. So if you were looking for an in-depth training on Instagram or on Snapchat or some of these other social media platforms, I am not your girl. But this is all relative to Facebook, and I've been able to build a business with it. So if you're looking at your own personal profile and you're struggling with social media, you're struggling to connect with people, you feel like you're talking about, your business all the time, but nobody's engaged with you. It may not be that they're not engaged with your business. It may just be that they're not really engaged with you on social media. Like, you may be friends, but it may not feel like they have like a strong emotional connection to you. So here are some things that you can do to change that. Now, the first thing that you probably need to do is to post more on your personal page about your life. And the posts about your life are really going to be the most engaging when they're funny, when they're positive, when they make people feel good, when they make people feel connected to you, where they feel genuine. And the posts that don't really help are, and please take this with love, whining, ranting, complaining, posting about politics all the time, posting negative things, saying derogatory things about other people. Ugh. People just don't like that. They aren't going to, first of all, if you're ranting and doing all of these things, they're probably not going to put a physical like on your post. They're probably not going to comment on your post. And those things are a problem, right? Because if they're not liking and commenting on your post, Facebook thinks that they don't like your post and they stop seeing them. So if you have found that if you go to your wall and start scrolling through and you are talking about things in a negative way, you're ranting, woe is me, even if your life is hard. I mean, I don't blame you if you need to vent every once in a while, but I have a really hard life things are very difficult for me. My personal life is really in quite a bit of turmoil. But it's not that I don't post about my life, it's that I post about it in a positive way. And I post about the fun things that we do. And if you're going back through your feed and you're seeing a lot of, woe is me, a lot of, things that are not going to make people feel positive, and you're seeing not a lot of likes and things like that, that could be a big piece of your issue. The other thing that could be a big piece of your issue is just resharing things all the time. That whole share now, share now, share now, share now. Even if they're interesting posts, a lot of people are not going to like or comment on that, and then that's going to drive your posts down. It's going to make them look irrelevant. So if you're going back through your own personal Facebook feed and there's a lot of, negativity, there's a lot of resharing of posts, there's not very much that really shows who you are and makes people feel good about you, you're really going to struggle, because they're not going to be liking and commenting. And when they're not liking and commenting, your stuff does not show up in their feed anymore. So what to do if you have looked at your feed and it looks like that? Well, first is you've got to really make a concerted effort to post more positively and genuinely about your life, and let people feel connected to you, and let people feel connected to the best, warmest, most endearing parts of you. That's how I want people to see me. Like, how do I want people to see me? Do I want people to see me as someone who is constantly down in the dumps? Or do I want them to see me as somebody that they can engage with and have fun with and enjoy and inspires them? So I think that it's really important to be posting things that are genuine and happy. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't feel genuinely happy day in and your day out, you can fake it till you make it. I'm telling you, if you make a concerted effort to post about things that are positive, you're going to force yourself to think about things that are positive in your life, and it becomes easier and easier to focus on the positive things in your life. So, you may have to kind of evaluate the condition of your heart after you look at your Facebook page and really evaluate how you feel about your life, because I am telling you right now, you can have a really, really difficult life and still feel positive and peaceful about it if you train yourself that way. So positive, genuine, engaging, share your heart. Sometimes you can post really long posts and people will read them. Most of the time they need to be fairly succinct. And then the next thing you need to go out and do is comment on other people's posts. When you're scrolling through your Facebook feed every day, ask yourself, how much am I really interacting with people? Am I expecting them to interact with me on my posts, but I am not going and genuinely interacting with them on their posts? I interact with people all the time. I comment a lot. I like a lot. I leave little hearts in the ha-has. I throw in little funny tidbits and things like that. If someone's down, I try to boost them up. I really interact with people a lot. So first of all, that makes a personal, relational connection with those people and builds positive regard. But then additionally, when we are interacting on Facebook, knows that we're important to each other and will bring your posts more into their feed, and vice versa. You'll see more of them as well. So if there are people that I really think would be interested in lip sense and I haven't been seeing their stuff and they're not really liking or commenting on mine, they may just not be seeing it, I'll go comment on some of their stuff. Like, I'll go out to their page and go find some things to comment on and go comment on them. And it generally has nothing to do with lipstick or makeup or anything like that. Of just genuinely trying to start a conversation with them. So integrate your business into your personal Facebook feed, but you cannot overwhelm it. So when people think about Kristen, they need to think, oh my gosh, Kristen, she's so funny. She has the cutest daughter named Lily. I enjoy looking at her Facebook feed. Oh yeah, she's the one with the lipstick empire. It should not be, oh yeah, Kristen, she's the one who posts about lipstick all day and fills my feed with it and drives me crazy. So you should definitely, you have to interact with your business and bring your business into your personal feed. Like, people need to know that you're their lipstick lady, but you can't do it in such a way where you're like, here's my 12-hour lipstick today, headed to the grocery store. It's just a little bit too much. So I integrate my lipstick empire into my Facebook posts really regularly. Everybody knows I have a lipstick empire. If they're friends with me on Facebook, they know for sure that I have a lipstick empire. But I actually rarely post direct solicitations on my page. If you need 18-hour lipstick, hit me up. Very rarely do I do that. But when I do, it's super impactful because a lot of people are seeing it and they're more likely to interact with me because I interact with them and they have a personal connection with me. So integrate those things into your personal Facebook feed subtly, and do include your business there, but the majority of your posts need to be about you, and they need to be things that drive a personal connection with your customers and make them feel connected and positive about you. When you post about hosting parties, okay, so here's another one. When you post about your business, it needs to look like you are having fun and being successful. And I don't say that like you're not having fun and being successful. Frankly, I am. But that's one of the things that was really key for me, especially in the beginning when people were signing up underneath me and I had not been doing anything super intentional to sponsor them. When I went back and looked at it, I even asked some of the girls, I'm like, I didn't ask you to sign up. Why did you sign up for this? I want to try to figure this out. And they were like, well, because it looked like fun and like you were making money. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. I would want to sign up for something that looked fun that I was making money at. Duh. So make sure that you're like, when you are talking about your lipstick business, that it looks fun and that they know you're having success. And the way that you can share success in a way that is non-tacky is gratitude. Like, ladies, thank y'all so much for supporting my business. I cannot tell you what this means to me. Y'all totally showed up for me at that VIP party and y'all bought $800 worth of product. I don't know that you know what that means for me, but I made a 50% profit margin on that, and now I can go pay my cell phone bill because of y'all. Thank you so much. Like, there are ways that you can integrate letting them know that the business is successful and fun without being like so overt about it or tacky, right? So just, being subtle and kind of working those ways in. And just, it just has to be covered in gratitude. A genuine gratitude, for real. I'm grateful for these people. So another thing that may help you when you are working on your social media game and when you're reaching out to people to hostess parties in particular is if they're a friend or family of yours and they're fairly close with them, approaching them like, I really want to ask you to support my small business. I'm working very hard at this. I cannot keep this moving forward unless I meet new people. Is there any way that you would consider introducing me to your friends? And we can do just like a Facebook party. It'll be fairly simple. You'll have a lot of fun. Your friends will thank you. They will love you for it. And I have pretty good hostess reward structure too. And so that's a really great way to get hostess parties. I think that tugging the heartstrings totally works and letting them know that it's not just about them earning a free lipstick. It's about them supporting your small business. And because you have all this positive, regard and goodwill with them, they're going to want to help you build your business. And then the last thing is like, you just definitely need to be fun, have fun, and lift other people up. Lift them up through your posts, lift them up through posting on their posts and commenting and liking and sending all the little hearts and letting people know that you're thinking about them. Because the things that work in real life to build relationships are the things that work on Facebook to build relationships. You have to make it about other people. If your Facebook, your entire profile, your entire social media experience is all about you and you're just telling everybody all the things about you, but then you're not going out and making them feel important to you, it's like having a conversation with somebody that has no interest in you whatsoever, and the only reason they're out to lunch with you that day is to talk about themselves. Like, mentally checked out completely from this person because they're entirely self-involved. So as much as it's important for you to be putting the right kind of vibe out there about you when you're posting about yourself, you need to definitely be pouring into other people as well, and they need to feel important to you. So those are my big tips and tricks around boosting your social media presence if that whole thing is not working out for you. And it may take you some time, right? Like, you can start implementing these things today and maybe see a little bit of lift and get the ball rolling a little bit, but you need to be doing these things consistently for, I would say, like maybe a month before you really start to see the fruits of that labor and things to start really taking off for you. So be committed to it, be consistent to it, set a reminder if your phone that you need to, until you build like this routine and it becomes second nature to interact with people in a way that's effective on Facebook. So I'll see you on the Facey Space. Come comment on something. I'll comment on something of yours. Bye.